All right, welcome to the Explainer. So today we're going to dive into a tool called AttendanceSheeter, and it's designed to solve a really common problem, tracking attendance. But it does it with this really interesting privacy-first approach that you don't see very often.
So let's just get right into it. Have you ever had to manage a sign-in sheet? For a class, a workshop, maybe just a company meeting. It's a pain, right? You're either passing around a clipboard with a pen that barely works, or you're trying to get a clunky spreadsheet to load on your phone. We've all been there.
And honestly, it's more than just a minor inconvenience. It's a real headache. You lose the paper sheets, or the software you're supposed to use is ridiculously complicated. Don't even get me started on the subscription fees some of these tools charge. It's just overkill. But there's a bigger issue here, and it's these last two things on the list. The first is data privacy. Like, where's all that information actually going? And the second is that it's slow. It's inefficient for you and for the people trying to sign in.
So yeah, that's the problem. And it begs the question, what if there was a better way? Well, that's exactly where AttendanceSheeter comes in. It was built from the ground up to be a privacy-first solution.
And you can really see their whole approach in their mission statement here. It's not just about, building another app with a bunch of features. It's about a core philosophy. The goal is to make attendance tracking easy, private, and accessible to everyone. That's it. Simple, clear, and honestly pretty refreshing. So these core values, they're not just corporate buzzwords. They're direct answers to all those headaches we just talked about, right? You've got privacy first, that deals with the data worries. Simplicity, that's the antidote to that overly complicated software. Accessibility, well, that means it's free, so goodbye subscription fees. And finally, transparency, which is all about building trust by showing you exactly how the tech works. And it's that privacy first promise that I really want to dig into.
All right, so let's get into the nuts and bolts. How does this thing actually work? Well, it's pretty straightforward. There are two main ways to use it, two free tiers, really, and each one is for a slightly different need.
So let's break this down. First, you've got the standard version. You don't need an account, no registration, it's completely free. You get all the features. But here's the kicker. Your data is only kept for a maximum of 24 hours. After that, poof, it's gone. Then you've got Sheeter Plus, which is also free, but you do need an account for this one. This version holds onto your data for up to 30 days and gives you a dashboard to manage everything. So really, the choice comes down to what you value more, the convenience of a dashboard or just absolute short-term privacy.
And the way you actually collect attendance is super flexible. It's not a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. You can just show a QR code on a screen, perfect for quick, contactless check-ins at big events. Or you could turn a tablet or a laptop into a dedicated sign-in station using kiosk mode. And of course, if you want to do it the old-school way, you can still type in names manually. Oh, and for a fail-safe, you can even print out a physical sign-in sheet as a backup. They've pretty much thought of everything.
Okay, so here's the thing. Any company can say they're privacy first, right? It's a great marketing term. But how do you actually prove it? Let's look at how the technology behind this actually protects your data. 24 hours, just 24 hours, that is the maximum amount of time your data sticks around on their servers if you're using the free no-account version. After a single day, it's just gone, automatically, permanently deleted. It's not something you have to remember to do, it's privacy by default.
So you might be asking, okay, but what about during that 24-hour window? Is my data safe then? And the answer lies in this really cool concept called zero-knowledge architecture. I know, it sounds super technical, but the idea is actually very simple. Think of it like this. You write a message, lock it in a box, and only then do you send the box. That's what happens here. Your data gets encrypted or locked on your own phone or computer before it even travels over the internet. What that means is that even the creators of AttendanceSheeter can't see your attendees' info. All they ever see is the locked box, just scrambled, unreadable data.
Let's walk through it step by step, because it's really clear when you see it laid out. First, you enter the data, an attendee's name, on your device. Step 2, and this is the magic moment, it gets encrypted instantly, right there on your machine. It's only after that, in step 3, that the encrypted data gets sent to the server. And then finally, step 4, that encrypted blob of information is completely wiped within 24 hours. The key takeaway?
They never ever see the raw information.
So, because the system is designed this way, with such a high level of security, it leads to this really interesting and honest approach they call the shared responsibility model. Let's talk about your role as the organizer.
Okay, so think about it this way. AttendanceSheeter is the tool. It's like a really, really secure notebook and pen. They provide that secure tool, but you, as the organizer, are the one in charge of what gets written in it. You're what's called the data controller. That means it's on you to decide what information you're going to collect. It's on you to get consent from your attendees. And if you decide to download or export that data, it's your job to keep it safe. It's basically a partnership. They're responsible for the security of the tool, and you're responsible for your own data practices.
And what's really cool is that this focus on privacy isn't just a one-off thing for this one app. It's actually part of a whole ecosystem of free, private tools.
Yeah, the very same team behind this also offers other tools, all built on that same privacy-first foundation. They've got a secure voting tool called Tap Voter, a digital checklist app called Checker, and more. And to me, that just reinforces the idea that this isn't some marketing ploy. It's a genuine principle that guides everything they build. And that kind of brings us to the big takeaway here. Looking at a tool like AttendanceSheeter makes you think about more than just, well, attendance. It makes you think about software in general. It poses a really big question. What would the internet look like if all of our tools were built like this? Built to respect our data from the very start. What if privacy wasn't some buried setting you had to hunt for, but the default? It's a pretty powerful thought to leave you with.